Radiant Hostin separates on The View after terrible demise. Bright Hostin was on The View discussing heart well-being with her co-hosts. This wound up as an extreme discussion for Bright. She said that the subject hit the nail on the head for her in light of a new misfortune in her loved ones. This was a lamentable second for Bright, and the cameras got everything. This is the very thing that occurred on The View and why it hit Bright so hard. Radiant Hostin uncovers misfortune on The View. The ladies on The View were discussing American Heart Month with visitor co-host and American Heart Affiliation public worker, Star Jones. Nonetheless, when it came time for Radiant Hostin to pose an inquiry, there was a delay and Whoopi Goldberg heard something from her maker. She then, at that point, requested that Alyssa Farah Griffin pose the inquiry. That prompted the camera getting Bright crying. "Please accept my apologies, my auntie passed on yesterday of a cardiovascular failure," she made sense of, asking Griffin, "So could you at any point take my inquiry?" By means of cutoff time. This appeared to shock the other co-hosts. They generally immediately offered their encouraging statements to Radiant and afterward continued on with the other inquiries for Star Jones. The discussion moved to Jones' job on separation court, where she conceded that she must show sympathy for HT individuals on the show. This drove back to Bright Hostin, who apologized for disturbing the show. Star showed her compassion here. "We're your young ladies," she said. "You should be open to your young ladies." Fans answer Bright Hostin on The View. Fans were imparting their sympathies too to Bright Hostin after she made the exceptional declaration and separated on The View. This was astonishing, since such countless fans typically prefer to slam and savage Bright via online entertainment. Here is an example of what fans needed to say to Bright Hostin. "Please accept my apologies for your loss. It will be challenging to get past this, simply recollect that she will constantly accompany you in soul and soul. My sympathies, Sunny, love you and the show." At Star Janesek, pausing for a minute to say how wonderful you are for the job of judge on separation court. "You bring such an extraordinary equilibrium of compassion, intelligence, and solidarity to the seat.